Welcome to Two Nerds Discuss, the show where nothing is made up and everything that we say matters. That's right, everything we talk about is more important than the fact that in Japan, Ronald McDonald is called Donald McDonald, due to the lack of a clear R sound in Japanese. We're not into zombie yet. I'm Mr. Onizuka, and today my co-host is Little Jon.
But don't let the name fool you. In reality, I'm quite big.
Today we are discussing the topic of what is the most effective zombie apocalypse weapon.
Yes.
So we are going to have a coin toss here. Little Jon, if you would pick your favorite coin and flip it.
Picking a nickel. What are we flipping for?
I don't know, just flip it.
Just flip a coin.
Just flip
okay.
it. Call it.
This is how we start everything.
Yes, this is how we start it.
Okay, you have to call it.
Heads.
You called it after it landed.
Alright, so I'm going first.
Okay, so you make your... Okay, there we go. Perfect.
So I'm going
do your
first.
discussion first.
Okay.
You say what I won't interrupt much.
We have to get some ground rules. What zombies? 28 Days Later, Left 4 Dead.
We are going... I would like to go with the standard, like, slow-moving, Shaun of the Dead style zombies, the ones that are fun to kill.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Shaun of the Dead fun to kill. I would go with a blunt object then.
Like the cricket bat?
Like the cricket bat or a quarterstaff or a pole. Because they're so dumb, it's like playing with... It's like a piñata, right? So you hit them, they just go, walk towards you more, and you hit them some more, you take a step back, you know. Yeah. Personally, I would say for Shaun of the Dead style, a long blunt weapon would probably be the most fun.
Okay, well, if I were fighting those zombies, it would definitely be a katana.
Yeah.
I would, a katana and a wakizashi, if I could have that combo. 'Cause that's a standard samurai combo, I'm just saying. They don't really go hand in hand. But if if only one, katana, because I would love to just slice up some corpses. Just Roman corpses. And whenever I play, not Left 4 Dead, but what's that when you're in the mall? Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
I love the katana and the kind of damage that you could do to it with it. I mean, attach it to a long pole and just freaking woo! I mean, that would be the most fun.
Well, and that brings up another point. When we talk about zombie apocalypse, are we us? Because you're going to have a lot more stamina and cleaving power through a person. I'm going to take a telephone pole and whack one zombie and be out of breath. Are we survivors that have been surviving?
What are you, the Hulk? No, okay. So
but that's,
So wait, the question here is, what is the best zombie weapon? Now, we both said what would be the most fun, but let's think survival. Okay, so we've already picked our zombies. They're the slow-moving kind and everything. Not as survival, of course, is paramount here and everything. But you also want to be effective with handling the zombies, right? So obviously, in my choice, katana, that's not effective. I mean, the most effective weapon would probably be something without ammo. Still,
yeah,
like
you can't have ammo.
Probably a crowbar. I would say a crowbar.
I don't know.
Because of the utility. Think about it, okay? Like, okay, with a katana, katanas can break. I mean, they're actually a pretty frail
if you hit them the wrong way.
In history and stuff, yeah, right. They're fun to use and everything, great. But a crowbar, not like a small. I'm talking like freaking Half-Life style.
Half-Life 2 crowbar.
Yeah, Half-Life crowbar. Because you're going to run into things that you're going to need to open. You're going to run into shops. You're going to run into. So not only is it a blunt object that you can use to fend off the zombies, and these things aren't fast. So you're going to be able to knock them around and bump them in the head, like say that's what works, right?
That's very true.
Right. I've always thought a crowbar for the slow-moving zombies would be very.
I agree. I agree. A crowbar would probably work well. I would think also maybe a light sledgehammer. Same concept. You can bust down a door. You can bust down a wall with a sledgehammer, a la Onizuka style.
That's good. But then I think when you're killing a zombie, I mean, don't you have to hit it with the head of the sledgehammer? I mean, well, I guess
I mean, you could do the same thing with a crowbar, except a crowbar is half the length of a sledgehammer.
Is solid object,
Right.
It's a thing.
You could also turn the sledgehammer around and use it to hold someone at bay. That way, you're not having a weight at the end, and you're getting tired.
It might be long. Well, wait, what kind of sledgehammer are you talking about?
Like a light duty sledgehammer. So maybe
a big hammer.
Okay, a big hammer.
A larger hammer.
A large hammer. A very large, not anime hammer, but hammer. So
okay. How about this? How easily would it be to get these? I mean, a hardware store.
Both of these could be found at a hardware store.
So you just have to beat everybody else
to it.
to the hardware store.
Or just have them already,
Right,
because I don't know about you. Oh, I just sold my katanas. That's
okay, so, you know, my argument about that would be the fact that the Sledgehammer has a limited surface area that you would utilize, but you know, to like hit, because you'd have to like hit a zombie pretty much square and everything on the head, whereas a crowbar would be better because, you know, as far as effectiveness and everything. But I agree with you with the Sledgehammer being able to bring down walls and open up things just as effectively as a crowbar.
Yeah. So let's escalate it from shambling zombies. Let's bring it up from shambling zombies to what would be the next step. I don't think it'd be 28 days later because they're straight out running.
Okay, there is no effective weapon for that. I mean, like, you're done.
Yeah. What would be the next step? Left 4 Dead, where too much noise and they come at you, versus you can walk right by them and they won't notice you unless you disturb them.
Left 4 Dead zombies are good.
Left 4 Dead zombies. Because it doesn't seem like noise startles Left 4 Dead zombies. You can shoot and they don't hear it.
You mean Shaun of the Dead?
No. Left 4 Dead. In Left 4 Dead, if you shoot a gun, it doesn't draw every zombie from everywhere.
Beeping does.
Yeah, yes, beeping does.
And sirens.
And sirens, but not gunshots.
Actually, if you think about that, that's kind of screwy. Why is it that is what attracts them? Beeping and not...
And clown shoes. Remember in the Dark Carnival, the clown zombie,
right,
when he walks, he makes squeaky toy noises? I think they actually try and wave that away, that they have silencers on their automatic guns, but shotguns still, or you can't silence a shotgun.
Okay, well, let's say any noise triggers these things, and they are... Well, they're faster.
They're
faster.
They're faster. Are we? I say we should take into account the mutations of Left 4 Dead. If we're talking about the Left 4 Dead world, that rules out the one bite you're a zombie rule, because in Left 4 Dead you can take pain pills and heal, and because you're immune. You're immune. That's why. So in Left 4 Dead universe, you don't have to worry about the one bite problem. I would go with a gun of sorts. Probably a 22, something small that has a huge magazine size, because the lore in any zombie anything is shot to the head, detaching the head from the shoulders will stop it.
Removing the head or destroying
the brain. So I would go with like a little 22. Has how many bullets does a 22 have?
Well, it depends on the weapon. I mean, like the magazine or something like
What's a max? 50.
I mean, you can have extended magazines.
Yeah.
And
What?
Plus, and not only you want to think about it, you want to have as much ammo as possible, so you're going to carry like an ammo box with problems.
Right. So I would say probably a 22. We're video gamers. Shots to the heads are easy.
Okay. Yeah, because that's totally applicable.
It's totally applicable. I've shot in a shotgun twice in my life. I'm good.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to start out with. Good points. What you're saying. A 22. From what I know about the way that they work, they will likely enter but not exit. If you shoot in the head with such a low velocity that they will likely bounce around in the skull, effectively destroying the brain even more and irreparably, right? So, but I mean, the higher caliber round would go right through or explode. It's a 22 is the best for zombie apocalypses and stuff like that, because they will essentially bounce around inside the body, and cause the most amount of damage. All right. Also, they're lighter. Most 22's versatile. There's a lot of different weapons that will shoot a 22. Here's the problem. Here's what I have to say. Finite number of bullets. The 22 will likely not have enough ammunition for you to survive overall, right? And you have to carry it with you, which is added weight, right?
But you have to carry...
I'm going to stick with...
Okay.
I'm going to stick with the... because, I mean, if you run out of ammunition, you have a blunt weapon. I mean, really, and it's not a great...
Especially with a 22. If you had a shotgun, you can hold it by the barrel and use it as a melee. No, I'm saying if you had a shotgun, you could grab it by the barrel and use it as a blunt.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that with a 22, not without being bitten.
Not with a handheld. Yeah, not with a...
Well, not with a handheld pistol. A 22 pistol is what I'm referring to.
Okay, so you're talking about like a Ruger or something like that. All right. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go with something that does not have bullets. Something that...
A flamethrower.
Something that doesn't have a thing dependent on, in order for it to work. So another like blunt instruments work. The Left 4 Dead zombies, I would go with... you know, I don't want to say crowbar again. I'm going to go with something like a bat with nails in it.
Now, the only problem I have with, which is basically a mace, a bat with nails in it, I mean, you've seen in the movies, they hit him in the head and it gets stuck. They can't pull it out in time to hit the next one. That's my problem with anything that has points.
I think I'm not going to go out and test this theory.
Game Theory. He actually did this. Matt Pat from Game Theory actually did Zombie Apocalypse. He said the best thing was a drill, actually, a drill with a really long cord.
Really?
Yeah, but anyway, moving on. Moving on!
The bat with nails, and I'm going to say that I could probably dislodge it better than most people because of, you know, my... I am strong, I'm not bragging, but I am stronger than most people. You know, your average guy. I'm not your average dad bod. I could probably...
I'm not even a dad, and I have a dad bod.
And then here's the thing too, is like, I'm not... These aren't the slow zombies, these aren't the kind that that are fun to kill, that I'm going to go out there and have fun. I'm going to do this for survival, right? So I want something still blunt, something that I can use at all times and everything, that's still... I can still use it for that, I can break glass, I can do other things with it and everything, but is more effective and more stopping power than like a crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Yeah, so, you know, something that could get into the brain, make damage and that kind of stuff.
So you think even though there's the chance of getting it caught, you'd still prefer a nail bat?
Yeah, something like that. Also, like, you know, it'd be easy to find. Something
yeah,
like
true,
that.
Very true.
You know, it'd be easy to find something like that. And it doesn't necessarily be bad, just any like long blunt instrument that I could
a board with a nail in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next step up?
The next step up are your freaking chasers infected style things that just like...
I've never seen 28 Days Later.
Oh, no?
No, all I know is it's an...
So let me give you a crash course.
Okay, crash course me, because we're running... We got about a couple minutes left.
Okay, so crash course in this. Guy wakes up and to an abandoned London, and the first time he encounters zombies, he walks into the church, and these things are, you know, down, he talks to them or whatever, they come out, and immediately you realize that these things are fast-moving zombies. They're infected. They have this, like, imagine an adrenaline junkie, like a person who has, like, a ton of adrenaline in their system or whatever, and the capabilities, they just don't care. Like, they'll chase you indefinitely, they'll break down all that kind of stuff, and then even the smallest drop of blood that gets into your system turns you immediately, and it takes seconds. So you are literally screwed.
Okay, so
in this zombie apocalypse, I don't think there is anything.
You don't think there's anything?
A truck.
A cement truck?
Like a thing that you could just barrel down the highway to get away from all that.
I think the best weapon. I think the best weapon would be, I agree with you, probably like a bulldozer or something that you've modified to have armor plating, and you're just taking them out, you know, a snowplow.
That would be extremely hard to find, but I mean, how effed would you be in that situation? You know, where the smallest drop of blood will turn you. You can't. Yeah, and so any situation that they ran into was just horrible. But yeah, so there is no effective weapon.
There is no effective weapon.
So there's a zombie apocalypse. We're hoping for the slow moving.
We're hoping for Shaun of the Dead.
We're hoping for the fun ones.
So I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you didn't.
The streets of London.
A lot of people are gonna be like, you have not talked about The Walking Dead.
Dead zombies.
I would say The Walking Dead zombies are shamblers. There's nothing special about them. They just walk around.
Right. Well,
are Walking Dead zombies different than Shaun of the Dead zombies?
Well, it doesn't. It takes multiple bites, doesn't it?
No.
I actually have never seen The Walking Dead. I'm sorry.
The Walking Dead...
I know, that's a horrible thing to say, but I haven't seen it.
To my knowledge, they're still getting the entire picture, but in The Walking Dead, you need to be bitten, so you can get blood in your mouth and be okay. You can get blood on your skin and be okay. In your eyes, you're okay. It's the actual bite. So they think it has something to do with saliva.
Okay.
Which may or not be true, because there are times when people have been cut by them, like the zombie lost its arm and so he's cut him with his bone, and apparently that does it. It's a step up from Shaun of the Dead.
There's some more risks there and stuff.
Right.
If it's a bite, that transmits most effectively, and then they do that.
Right. Also, when you die of natural causes, you still turn.
Okay.
So that's something they still haven't, to my knowledge, figured out. Okay. I would say I would have the same answer for Shaun of the Dead. I would still use a sledgehammer. Yeah, probably you should be using sledgehammer. I should probably be using the crowbar.
I want the crowbar. Yeah, I would use the crowbar for those things. Because they're just a step above shamblers.
Shamblers.
They shimmy.
They shimmy. They go left to right. They're
not quite like Shaun of the Dead, where he's got normal. and they just kind of, that's different.
Okay.
They do have the ability to rip your stomach inside stuffs out, which is kind of horrific, but
All
that
right.
was the most horrific part of the whole movie.
Yes, it was. So, we're at just around the 15-minute mark, so we're going to cut it here. Thank you very much for watching. Do you have any last words?
Pants. And banana. Book. Crowbar. Those are my last words.
Good last words to go out on. Thanks for watching. Check back again soon for another rendition of Two Nerds Discuss. Have fun.